Officers were dispatched this morning at about 4:30 a.m. to reports of a woman who was at the hotel behind me on Central Avenue near I-25. Apparently the woman was causing a commotion in the lobby and making threats. She appeared to be suffering from some sort of mental health crisis. We didn't have units available at the time, so units were called from the northwest to come into the valley. As they were coming, we got reports that the woman started breaking items inside the lobby. She eventually broke a glass and armed herself with a piece of sharp glass and was making threats. Officers then, the dispatchers upgraded the call to a higher priority. As officers were coming, they also learned that there was a security guard that entered the scene, and apparently the woman disarmed the security guard and got his gun from him. She exited out the front of the hotel and apparently started firing shots. She did shoot at least one vehicle, the glass out of the one vehicle that was in the parking lot. Officers approached. They approached the woman as she was outside. They took cover behind some vehicles. She fired at least 5 or 6 shots, still into the air or to the ground. We're not quite sure, but wasn't at officers initially. At some point, she did turn, point the gun, and we believe she fired at least one shot towards officers. 3 officers returned fire and shot the woman. She was declared deceased at the scene and is dead at this point. The woman, I believe, is in her mid-30s maybe, and she does have an extensive mental health history with law enforcement and with some of the other city agencies. We haven't had interactions with her since last year, but we do have a history of her and some of these instances. The multi-agency task force is investigating, and they're going to be here for several hours, obviously, and that's all just preliminary information at this point. We will not interview the officers until for a few days, at least, or probably a week, to get their perspective on things. But we do have lapel video and witnesses that saw what happened, so that's the preliminary information is based on that information. Any questions?
So she disarmed the security guard. Was that inside the lobby or was that on outside?
I'm not exactly sure. I shouldn't assume, but
Yeah.
on the property.